Hey, my awesome Time Lords and Time Ties Travelers. Scare17 Mini 14 here again after the video you already watched. I did say I was going to explain about the cane hanging up, and as you read the title, yes, I had an ingrown toenail. I didn't get a chance to talk about it, guys, because I wanted to keep it quiet, and I kept this quiet for some time around last year, and this year, and also I want to talk about it. So it was around September. No, September was it? I can't remember if it was September or August. My mom was doing her canoeing. Well, she was on a canal with my uncle, which is he has a YouTube channel you can go subscribe to, which is it'll probably be linked below. And I woke her. What happened was I can't tell the story of how I got it because it's not personal to talk about it because I don't want to, because I don't feel comfortable about that. So I saw my toe was really like red, like swelled up. It was like, but so I went to my sister Shani, which is she was looking after me, and every time I go to sixth form, she would take me to sixth form on a bus, and I go with her on the bus, and then she picks me up, and then we go on the bus together. But anyways, so I come to her and I show her my ingrown toenail, which was we were salt watering it and stuff, but then I had it since like all the way up. As soon as mom got back and saw it, she was really surprised, and then we had to go see a doctor about it. But um, after like we were gonna go see the podiatrist in 2018, but we never got like the feedback on what was going on because the hospitals were so busy. So I went to hospital, and then they were saying take antibiotics and stuff. That's what I've been doing. Putting some of this. I still have it in case if anything happens, but I brought it up here just to show you guys. I had this stuff. It did help, but it didn't last much. And then what happened was we finally this before I left sixth form, I went to see the podiatrist finally, and they did a pulse on they did my pulses and stuff. I felt a bit nervous, my heart was beating a bit. I was like, no, don't beat, or else it will look like I feel like I'm very sick. So I just kept my cool for a bit, breathing in and out. Also they also put this like gel on my foot. It was like if you had a baby and you had one of those like uh radar, I can't remember what it's called, where you get to look at your child and you got like pictures of. That's what it felt like, and I could hear the pulse going. Doof, doof. Well, it was on my left big toe first, and then it went to my right, and it was really fun. But then I said that I made a choice whether I could have half of the nail off or have the whole nail off, and my choice was all of it off because I didn't care. I didn't care what people would think about it or something. My sister had ingrown toenail. Shani did, but do you know what? She didn't care either. She didn't care if she had it off. But actually, to tell you this, before she had it off, she had half of it off, but then it just grew back an infection. So she had the whole thing off. I I'm proud that she had the whole thing off. So if she had the whole thing off, I went with it. And do you know what? When I went with the whole thing, I was like sitting down at the the hospital in, I think it was in Newton Abbot or something. I'm not sure which place it was. So I went with my mom. I brought the stick that I still had, and then I began to take it with me, and then all I did was gave it to my mom so she could hold on to it. So when I was sitting down in this bed, like what they have in the hospitals, except for they put me on this, like they had this little table thing where you put your feet up, and trust me, it was pretty relaxing. I was gonna play VR. They told me I could play VR while, but sadly someone else had the VR. But if that was you, uh, it's okay. Congratulations on playing VR. I did get to play VR at my sister's little thing at her college. She was doing this where they show off their stuff. It's almost like a science competition or something, but it was just showing off like video games and stuff. So I got to try VR for once. But anyways, what was going on was I had my phone with me. So hang on. And I had the YouTube I had this YouTube HD thing, which is I still have it. I can show you it because what I was doing was I went onto this little app. You probably can't see it unless it focused, but it's a Tube HD. I put it on. I was watching some funny videos and they sprayed that cold stuff on and they numbed my toe with the anesthesia, which is I think that's what it's called, probably. And the needles, if I felt the pinch and it hurt a little bit, so I was quietly screaming. So my mom said I was screaming loud, that's a lie. I went like this. I was up there going ah, because I was trying to keep quiet because one, the door was open. The door to the room I was in was open, so I was like, right, I gotta keep these pain screams quiet. So I did, and then holding my mom's hand, and like, luckily, I was trying to keep from not being fidgety. After the after having like a couple of stabs in my toe, I got through it. The actual stuff kicked in, and I couldn't feel anything. So they was like, okay, we're gonna feel like, tell me if you can feel anything. So anything sharp. So they had something pointy which I couldn't see, and I had to say yes. They went from, well, first they went from, I'll just prove it to you. So, so they went like poke, and I went yes, poke, yes, poke, yes, poke. I know that's weird for me for doing that, but sorry, I just want to prove to you. So, yeah, and then for my big toe, they poked, and I said, nope, nope, can't feel it. I'm sorry I had to do that to you guys to show, but this is the foot that is actually gone through hell and back. Well, not really. So after that, they just took the whole thing off, wrapped it in, like they cleaned it up, and it was a pretty. When you're being a podiatrist, guys, when you have a job as a podiatrist, it's gonna get a lot messy. But believe me, it's a lot of a mess. But anyways, they wrapped it in. They cleaned it all up. They gave me this video to look at, which is, I forgot to mention the same thing when I went for my visit before I had the surgery. I didn't go to sixth form that day because I had and then I came in finally to have and then I finally went in. Some of the students were asking about the stick, and I said I had toenail surgery, and I was like really annoyed because they don't understand. And also, some of the teachers that I know called me old man. I didn't mind because sometimes I can be an old man, really, with my little niece, Bella. She makes me feel old instead of young. But then, that cane that I had is my nan's cane. And she used to zip around, so it helped me a lot around. And I'm not going to mention a few stuff, but I had some people, I had to explain to some teachers that I work on a Tuesday to Thursday. Just one teacher to say that I needed to get it around. And I was quite annoyed that every time I have to explain something, they need to understand. I need it to walk around. Because it gets the weight off. Now the weight, if your toe if you feel a little bit of pain, I took pills with me every day. I would have them at break and lunch as well. Also, if the weight wants to come off, then that's fine. And I was wearing slippers as well, and I didn't want it to go in the kitchen. Well, we have a place called the Yellow Frog. It's connected up to where the sixth form and the school is, and the sixth form's connected to the school. So don't ask, guys. It's like a building outside. But do you know what? The Yellow Frog. Go check out the Yellow Frog Cafe, guys. They're always open they're not opened in the holidays or half term. They're opened only when it's a school day for people. But yeah, you can go there if you're on holiday. If you're on a holiday and you visit the Yellow Frog, go check out their Facebook as well. They got a Facebook page as well. You can search it up. It's really good. But anyways, I couldn't go in the Yellow Frog. I had slippers on, so what I did was I went on the computer and I was helping out because we were doing a fashion show. And what happened? And I was doing all like the photoshopping, the music and stuff. And since I left now, I had to give my username and password to, because in schools people would have username and password. Like that's what we usually have in schools. Well, totally in the UK and probably in America and everywhere else. But that's yeah. But likewise, guys, that's what I did. I just logged on and that was it. But then now I had to give the password to one of the teachers. I had to write it down and say that's how you can get to access through me. I've also got access to my school email still, so I can just like come in for a visit or something. But now that's too late. Everybody's off now. I left, but I'm going to a college now. But also back on track on the story. They said in the video, it said the scab that on the toe will fall off by itself. Just like it's not like you have a scab on your arm by being cut on your knee and it falls off. It just heals. But this is different because it falls off. Now, if you don't want to see this, I would say unplug your machine and walk away, because what you're going to see is not very cool. And also, I've had friends support me through my big toe and stuff and also I had my stick, so luckily I haven't whipped, and no, I haven't whipped anyone with it. I felt like I want to whip them with, but you know what? Luckily I didn't knock them out with it, but not really. I wouldn't do that. I'm not that mean. Well, anyways, guys, trust me. If you don't want to see this, click the YouTube logo up in the top left or the right, the X, whatever. Top right, you can either close the browser and just go back onto a YouTube video, or you can click the YouTube logo in the left, or whatever, wherever it is. This camera's on backwards anyway. I don't know. Anyways, guys, what you're going to see is very ugly. So here we go. And here we have it, guys. That's where it is. And you can see my Daily Bugles down there right now, because I'm working on Spider-Man the Series Episode 2. I didn't get a chance to finish more of it, but I'm still working on it. So yeah, this is the result of my big toe. And like I said, I was trying to point out when they numbed it, they tapped this, and this, and then they finally tapped that when it was numb, and I said no, because it was numb. And look at that. I was going to show this. I didn't want to show people, like, I had this since DevCon. All the way, as Time Clock Doctor I was, and I was not proud of what was going on. And I'm not proud of, I had to walk through the pain. I had to wear plasters because it was, like, oozing out, like, some, pus and blood. Mixture of that. Ugh. And don't taste it, really. Don't ever taste pus mixed with blood. It's poisonous. Never do that. I know it looks like you want to taste it and see what it tastes like, but don't. Don't. Seriously. And no, I have never done it. My mom told me it's poisonous to taste that. And also, I forgot to do an update about the Whitlow on my finger. This finger right here. It's back to normal anyways. I had it before. I haven't told that story about it, but yeah. Anyways, guys, that's the story about how I got my ingrown toenail, because this kept bugging me for like 2018 to 2019 now, and I wanted to get it off my chest, because there are some videos on MickeyFan1909's channel where I have the walking stick, and it's pretty funny though. I don't look stupid with that. I look pretty cool because I like walking sticks. I like to rock in a rocking chair. I like to walk around with a stick. I also stopped using the stick out in public because I was in slippers one time well, actually, one time I was in slippers, then I was in shoes while had the walking stick. Then I was pretty mad at myself. It's like, right, I need to stop using this stick because the public kept staring at me. I was like, oh my gosh, stop staring at me. And then I was like getting really mad. I was getting furious, saying I wanted to yell, stop looking at me. I've got like I didn't want to say I had an ingrown toenail. I don't want to embarrass my mom or my sister. So I just ignore them. And when I got rid of the stick right now, I started walking perfectly. And do you know what, guys? I'm hoping that when it's all normal, the results are it's just going to be. Well, my choices were if it fell off, I could just paint over the nail and then it looks like there was a nail there. But I was like, nah, it's fine. But anyways, guys, that's it for today. Subscribe, like, and comment for more. Put that notification bell on. And if you have any questions, comment down below your question. But anyways, there's going to be a lot more coming soon. More gaming videos and maybe more LEGO animations if I can get back to that. And also, go subscribe to MickeyFan1909 and also my uncle as well, because he's really awesome. He has an awesome channel. Trust me, you'll like it. And including my friend MickeyFan1909's channel as well. You're going to like it as well. Anyways, I had friends, family support me through this pain. And also, I got through with it. I'm feeling good now, so I'm happy. I'm proud of getting this and made my actual choice. Nothing has changed. I had medicine and all that, and I was worried a bit that it might swell up and then suddenly they would have to, like, I don't know, just I would have to go for full surgery on it and be asleep or awake with the pain numbed. But I don't know. But the anesthesia wore off before I got home to take paracetamol and ibuprofen, so to get rid of the pain. But then I felt healing pain on my toe as well. But yeah, any questions down below, just shoot them at me. Go right ahead, and I'll answer them straight away. Anyways, guys, see you in the next video. Subscribe, like, and comment for more. Put that notification bell on. Favorite, share it with your friends. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.